things are not really going well for the Confederate assault effort. So they are going to actually deploy John McCausland and his cavalry. John McCausland's cavalry is going to ride down this river. He is going to be able to cross over about where the sewage drainage will eventually be. And he is going to cross over there after a small skirmish with Indiana cavalrymen. He's able to chase them away. They're going to ride up here to the front of the house. They're going to set up. And in the time of the Civil War, this is usually not very well known, cavalry does not really always fight on horseback. You would think that they do, but they don't. They are the eyes and ears of the army. They are the messengers. They are the scouts. They are the intelligence gatherers. That kind of thing. When it comes time to go into battle, well, they fight like infantry does. The trouble is, if you're all getting off the horse, what becomes of the horse? And there was a rule. Every fourth person would be a horse holder. They would get to, well, they'd get to sit out the fight. I mean, sounds pretty cool, right? You know, they're not going to die that day. But I want to illustrate for you the measure of Confederate resolve here. Remember, this thing's already going on 2 hours. For me, it's almost time for lunch. It's already going on 2 hours. The Confederates do not want to fight here. They need to get this wrapped up, and they need to do it now. So when they arrive here in front of the Worthington farm, the order is given, and I'll never understand this. All my time in the military and all my time studying military history, I will never understand this order. The order is turn them loose. That's like get out of the tank and just leave it there, right? Turn them loose. Tie them up somewhere. Whatever you're going to do it now, but get into line because it's every man going. Now, Wallace, being up on the heights, can see all of this. He can see McCausland's men. He can hear the noise, and he is going to deploy this man who literally showed up in the middle of the night with 3,000 more guys. This man is James Ricketts. He is the commander of his own division in the 6th Corps, and he has been FedExed, literally overnight, by General Grant aboard a steamship that went all the way down the James River, around the peninsula, around Fort Monroe, up to Chesapeake Bay, and landed in Baltimore, where they boarded trains, and they arrived at that junction between 2 and 4 in the morning, literally doubling Wallace's size. But that just wasn't really enough. But these guys are veteran New Yorkers. So these are veteran troops. So they are going to, Wallace is going to refuse his line, redeploy Ricketts to the front of this, on our next stop where we're going to go. And McCausland is going to make his charge there. He's going to try about 3 or 4 times before he's beaten back finally. He just can't seem to get through these New Yorkers. When they come through, the Corps is about waist high. These guys are hiding in it. They pop up. They mow these guys down. There is going to be no flanking movement by any kind of dismounted cavalry in this fight. McCausland is just about done. It's all going to take place in front of this house right here. Now, this is the Worthington farm. This house was built about 1850. We are doing, your tax dollars at work. We are doing some preservation work to the house now as we speak. And if you look down, I want you to remember this. This is a very, very important place. I want you to focus on the bottom cellar, if you can, with all the nonsense in front of it. But there's a window there. I want you to remember that window. Now, the Worthingtons, they have lived here for quite some time. They are, your regular garden variety farmers. They might have been Confederate sympathizers, but even still, they're moving their horses and their cattle and their livestock out of the farm and over to Sugarloaf Mountain. Because in the 19th century, if an army came through your town or by your farm, even if it was your army, that was bad news. You were going to lose a fence, you were going to lose some chickens, you were going to lose some eggs, some cattle, probably some pigs, and it was going to be bad. So they are going to take precautions, and they are going to be hunkered down in that cellar watching this entire thing. Now, Dad, Papa Worthington, he's up in the second floor. He kind of wants a little bit of a better view, but of course it is dangerous there. And the Confederate cavalry keeps coming back to this area. They regroup, they reform, they try again, but it's just not working. Now, Early is on the field, and he is not happy. So he is going to take charge of the situation. Between 12 and 2, as McCausland is attacking, Early is going to deploy the Georgia Brigade. They are going to come and cross the river, and they are going to occupy the front yard of this house. So as we move to our next stop, I kind of want you guys to think of two things. What are you thinking if you are the family inside this house? And two, what are you thinking if you are the Union defenders now by this time, seeing this massive Confederate group start to form up in the front of this house? What's going through your head? So we can go ahead and mount up, and our next stop is going to be at the Thomas farm. Come on, bro.